The the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Nobody know the voice, guys. Me, really, Villain Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. I feel like there's an algorithm or a command to give where we could have the schedule made and we not have one NBA game on when we have 30 teams. Just maybe. I don't know if all possible, Scott, but I think that there's some kind of way we could do this. Scott, Studio Rochelle. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beam me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, good to be back, I guess. I'll point out that the schedule today sucks. There's only one game, and the Clippers are load managing. So there you go. Harden's not playing for personal reasons. I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, hope everything's okay, I guess. And for Kawhi, he's sitting. So we have a Chris Paul starting game potentially against his old team. That's basically the main storyline here. Only one game, though. Some type of, I don't know, Gary Bettman NHL scheduling we got going here, but I'm not really a fan of it at all. But there's one game. The games yesterday were pretty fun. Unfortunately, though, I kind of wish they staggered them a bit better so we'd have more than one game to talk about. But it is what it is. You know, we're going to do a show every day. So going to be a short one, but we got a game. So there we go.
I mean, what a day it was yesterday. Where to start? Who to talk about? The Lakers comeback is interesting. We could start at we could start at the end where all of this happened in. So
the
Lakers,
you mean the final 10 seconds that took about 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially for a late game. Come on, guys.
It was a mess down the stretch. For the record, I don't know how many of those calls were good or bad, but the refs completely hijacked the entire game.
The in 2-minute ref report, I actually have to go back and look at it because I'm sure
2 minutes. Both teams were in the bonus with like 4.5 to go. It was just a couple touch fouls from like 90 feet for free throws. Like it was a pretty rough watch, but the game was insane down the stretch. Nice win though for the Lakers. Nice win.
And then, are the Lakers good?
I think they might be. I'll put it this way: they're a lot better without LeBron than I expected. We'll see how they look when LeBron eventually comes back. We know Reeves didn't play yesterday. I mean, Luka looks incredible. So Luka almost had a triple-double. I believe he was one rebound away from a 35-point triple-double, which he's going to feel bad about because he missed a bunch of free throws. So he could have easily have gotten that. But, yeah, the Lakers, I'll put it this way. I'm not sure if they're actually a title contender. I know the Thunder did lose, so, you know, the Thunder are not undefeated anymore. I would still probably take Denver over them in a playoff series. The Lakers, though, are probably in that second tier. And I know going into the year, we thought the Clippers might win 50 games. Maybe they would be a dark horse that I know us personally would never take because we don't trust the Clippers at all. I'm kind of willing to flip the Clippers with the Lakers, where the Clippers are that team that finishes fringe play-in contender, maybe like a 6 seed, and the Lakers might finish top 3. So I'm kind of willing to flip the LA teams. The Lakers, I think, are solid. I wouldn't pick them against the Thunder. I wouldn't pick them against the Nuggets. But can they be the third best team in the West? I would probably consider Houston still above them. But yeah, what I'm trying to say. I think I've kind of flipped the roles with the Lakers and the Clippers from what I had preseason. You?
Yeah, no. I don't think I was very high on the Clippers at all, but I definitely I was not in on the Lakers at all.
Clippers win total though is 50 and change, so expectations were higher for them. I'm willing to flip where those teams were preseason, I'd say located compared to now.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think I'm shocked. I'm pure shocked that this Lakers team is doing this, and I think I got to start betting them. I really do. I'm very interested to see what this team looks like when LeBron comes back. Very interested. All right. OKC went down.
They were my lock. They led by 20 after the first quarter.
22 point lead at some point.
22 in the middle of the first quarter, I believe, led by 20 after 1. I think Avdia had 16 points while being 0 of 11 from the floor because he had 16 free throws. And then he ended up making some shots there. He had a good rebounding game, whatever. But, yeah, OKC just fell apart. And I get that they were on a back-to-back. They were a little bit shorthanded. But, I mean, that's a pretty rough way to lose a lock. Luckily, my dog got there. I had an alt spread on the Rockets against the Grizzlies, which worked out well. So it could have been worse. But, yeah, the Thunder losing their first game of the season while blowing a 22-point lead and a 16-game win streak against the Blazers. They'd won 16 straight against Portland. And, yeah, that's how I lost my lock. So not fun. But you know what? Houston did their part, so it could have been worse.
Oh, Tiago Splitter.
I don't want to talk about it. I wanted his Coach of the Year odds as soon as Billups got fired. And there was a book at 40-1, and it's a book that I'm limited on. So I could have bet it for $1.25, but unfortunately, I didn't have access to really any book that would let me bet it. And now the line's probably plummeted at this point. So I eyed it at 40-1, and I had no books that let me take it. I actually requested a fun little side story, not going to spend too much time. I requested a day or two ago, before the Thunder game, an offshore book, add a Tiago Splitter lines to Coach of the Year. He wasn't listed on their market. So I requested, I contacted support just to ask for them to add the line for me. They said, sure. They removed the entire market. The damn play. They removed the entire market. So, yeah, I don't know what Splitter's going to be, but unfortunately, based on my history with BetMGM, I was not able to place my wager at 40-1. So I was on it. I just couldn't get anything down on it, and that sucks. So it is what it is. But he's done a good job with that team.
Pelicans have 2 wins?
Yes. Does beating Dallas count?
I guess.
Okay. Because that happened yesterday.
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty shocked that they were 8.5-point favorites to start the game.
Yeah, it was 3 rebounds away from Queen for making $3,000 last night. So that wasn't very fun.
Speaking of rebounds and making a bunch of money, somebody said it in the chat. You were a day early on the Russell Westbrook triple-double.
Yeah, I know. Once again, I did gamble on the injury report, though, the day before. That was like 196-1. Levine played and Sabonis played. So the injury report didn't help me. And then, of course, both those guys sat the next game. And then Westbrook had a triple-double.
And it literally did exactly what you were saying.
I mean, triple-double, though, once again, I got 196-1. It was plus 2,000. It closed at 13-1. So it wasn't like the same situation, but it is pretty annoying. I did have Westbrook triple-double in a parlay with Queen 10 rebounds, and Queen had 7. So that would have turned 25 into $3,000. And that didn't get there because Queen had 7. So I did have something on the Westbrook triple-double yesterday, but I didn't make any money because I had it parlayed with something else. So it didn't work out, but I did have a little piece on Westbrook, but Queen didn't get there. So it is what it is.
All right. Man, speaking of Derek Queen.
He looks good out there for the most part.
Feels comfortable.
Not worth what they traded to get him, but he looks better, than I might have thought early on.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not worth all the hassle. And then back over to what were we talking about? The Pelicans game. 2 wins here. The Mavericks.
Oh my God, man. It's a mess. I mean, I know Lante and I liked the under in the game yesterday. I did have money on that. So despite losing the Queen rebound stuff, I still made money in the game. It was painful. And watching Cooper Flag brick a midi to tie the game, I felt like was kind of a good summary of the season so far. I mean, AD's injured. They have no point guard. It's ugly. It's really bad. So,
but it is also proving what I felt about Cooper Flag in that he is a good NBA player. He's just not the guy that's going to lead a team of nobodies. He's a good third option. maybe develops into a second option. But right now, he can walk in and be a very good third option. Unfortunately, the number 1 and 2 options on this team are hurt.
Yeah, pretty much. Jason Kidd's making stuff up on the fly, and it hasn't worked. So not a fun team to watch. Shout out to my team, though. We're not going 0-82. I don't know what you heard. We're not going 0-82. We win game.
Oh, yeah, they did beat the Pacers. Okay, the Nets did get their win, 112-103.
Is it a coincidence that their one game that they won came when Cam Thomas got hurt after 6 minutes? I'm not saying that. You can draw your own conclusions. But Cam Thomas only played 6 minutes, and the Nets won the game. Porter Jr. was fantastic, by the way. He was really, really good. He had a double-double. I forgot how many points he had, but he had a monster game. Claxton had a good double-double there. Clowney had some moments, but 2 bad teams, they went against each other, and 1 bad team had to win. Nice win for the Nets. But either way, once again, Cam Thomas getting hurt. Suddenly, the ball movement was a lot better. That's all I'll say. Porter Jr. played very well. So, there you go.
The chat's been hot, too. They've been cashing. They cashed Porter Jr. double-double yesterday. James in the chat talking about he bet $10, won $5,000 betting Westbrook and Jokic for a triple-double. A lot of stuff going on here in the chat. All right. Let's get into it. We got one game to talk about here, Scott. We'll get to it in just a second. But first, I got to make sure that, hey, one, you check out the college experience. They're going on college basketball tipping off this week. And you've got all of the picks and podcasts going on over there. Make sure you download the SGPN app and lock into the college experience. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to bet every single sport, including college basketball. You can get down on some NFL, some NBA, all of that. Their models bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easily deposit and get lightning fast payouts with cryptocurrency. Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig, Novig's number 1 sports prediction market. And with Novig, you're getting the best prices on the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Lone single standalone game in the NBA, tipping off at 9 p.m. on the East Coast. We've got the Los Angeles Clippers on the road going to play the Phoenix Suns. Suns are laying 3.5. 224.5 is the total. Injury report, and Kawhi Leonard's out. James Harden's out. Jalen Green is probable. Dylan Brooks is out for the Suns.
Believe it or not, Clippers only half a game ahead of Phoenix. Believe it or not. Yeah, we were mocking the Suns early in the year. They're 3-5. Clippers are 3-4.
Suns did look like shit early in the year, though.
Yes, they did. That's kind of my point, though. They've actually been playing better lately. Suns have won 2 of the last 3, and they've been good at home. They won 2 straight home games. So,
we got a system here. Back a team on a 5-game ATS losing streak or more. Dang, does Clippers have lost ATS that many times in a row?
I mean, they barely beat the Pelicans, so that does sound about right.
Holy shit. They did not cover as 8.5-point dogs against OKC. Didn't cover as favorites against Miami. Shout out to me. Didn't cover against New Orleans. Didn't cover against Portland. And that was that ass kicking they got by Golden State too, where they scored 79 points. Yeah, the Clippers have looked like shit.
Yep.
1-6.
I flipped them with the Lakers. It's not fluky. This team just doesn't look very good.
1-6 ATS.
Yep. They have been burning money. And now they're missing 2 of their best players.
Which means they're probably going to cover tonight, right?
I mean, that's the running joke. Unfortunately for them, last time I checked, Norm Powell's not on the team anymore. This would be a standard Norm Powell 30-piece where they randomly win the game. Instead, you got Bradley Beal. So not exactly what you're looking for. But, look, they ended up putting a lot of money into the bench. They got Chris Paul, who's now going to be point guard for a game. We'll see how he does. Still have Zubac, who has been fine. I mean, last year he kind of took a leap. This year I feel like he's kind of taken a little bit of a step back. He's not playing badly. I think they just wanted a bit more from him. They got John Collins. They still have some other guys that, once again, can fill in. Phoenix, though, is playing better than, I kind of expected. I probably will go Phoenix in this game. I just don't really know what I'm expecting from this Clippers team when you're missing your main ball handlers on the roster and letting post-prime Chris Paul. I love Chris Paul, but look, we know what he is at this point in his career. He's more of a 15-minute bench stabilizer guy.
What if it's one game? It's one game.
In one game against his former team, maybe he turns the clock back, but am I really excited about seeing extra touches for Bradley Beal? I'm not. Spoiler. I'm not excited about that.
Come on. So I understand it. I get the thoughts. They've been horrible. Maybe it takes a crazy shakeup, and hey, you know that there's no James, no Kawhi to bail you out, and everybody else has to play well. My issue is that I understand they haven't been scoring the best offensively because they're all old, but the defense for the Suns has still been pretty bad. And these are still NBA players, you give them open shots, I think they're going to hit it. They're going to be able to make it. And so with the motivation of, all right, revenge game Chris Paul, all right, revenge game Bradley Beal, now you get Kawhi and James Harden out of Bradley Beal's way. What if Bradley Beal just decides, all right, give me the ball and I'm going. I'm attacking it. I'm being super aggressive tonight. And Chris Paul just keeps everybody else stable and moving. He plays well with the pick and roll and Zubac. Like, they can move the basketball a little bit and be able to put up some points against the Suns defense that I still don't think is really all that good. So I
get what you're saying. Like, the Clippers do still have some talent. Then again, we've seen Beal put up empty numbers his entire career. So it might just be a player prop game. If you'd rather pick Beal or Paul to have good games, just take the player props and just ignore the actual side, because they might get numbers by default. But the Suns are getting Jalen Green back, who they could use. It does help offensively. Not sure how many minutes he's going to play. I'm assuming around 20, 25, give or take, if I had to guess. But the Suns have played better. I'll acknowledge it. They're 3-1 at home, so they've been playing pretty well in the desert so far this season. The Clippers, I think you are right to a degree where Chris Paul maybe plays better with a bigger role. Beal has a certain amount of freedom, even though he's been terrible all season. Zubac with the pick and roll game with Chris Paul, that could work too. There's definitely stuff that's there for the Clippers. I'm not saying they're going to get blown out by 50, but I do think the Suns are playing better than I thought they were going to. And the fact is, Jalen Green, whether you like him or not, he was one of the main pieces they got back in the KD trade. Like, he's supposed to be a pretty big piece for the offense on this team, and now he's playing. So the Suns got reinforcements for their roster, at least for now. I'm going Phoenix, but if you want to go Clippers because you fundamentally don't want to lay points with Phoenix, I get it. But I do think the Suns are kind of underrated right now. Not saying they're good, but they have played a lot better over the last week.
I also want to mention that you were also a game early, I feel like, or a couple games early on the Dylan Brooks tech from the bench.
Yes,
you did.
I gave it a good run.
You did foresee that happening. I just want to point that out. You foresaw.
Yesterday, I also
that was the Memphis game that we talked about. That.
Yes, yesterday I was right and wrong at the same time. I said Draymond would get ejected intentionally because Curry wasn't playing, and instead he sat out.
He just decided, I'm not going to play.
So I was very close. I was very close to that, but I didn't get that exactly right. But yeah, Brooks did get a tech from the bench. I just picked the wrong game.
No, I'm still not that much of a believer in this Suns team. So I'll take the dog and the Clippers. They got to get right here. They've lost too much. 5 ATS losses in a row. It's crazy. The Phoenix Suns are 4-0 ATS at home. Just throwing it out there for the people. Okay, total 224.5.
Wait, so you are going Clippers? Just to be clear.
Yes, I am going Clippers.
I'll go Suns.
I'm on Clippers. You're on Suns.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, 224.5 is total. I like under.
Okay.
I think the Clippers can go over their team total. And I think, that could still pull. I'm on the Clippers side of things, so I think that could they have good defense here. Pace is slow. Both of these two teams a lot slower in pace here. 27th in the NBA are the Clippers. 19th are the Suns. In the
I see even worse. According to NBA.com, I see the Clippers at 29th.
Jesus Christ, so ugly. But it could be ugly basketball, slow basketball. I could see it staying under.
I'm on the under too. The Clippers, I think, shorthanded might struggle offensively. I know Harden does like to ISO. Kawhi doesn't really like to play up-tempo either. How's Chris Paul going to help you play faster? I love Chris Paul, but that's just a standard pick-and-roll spam for 20 seconds on the shot clock, and then you'll get something late in the clock. So I don't see much pace in this game. I like the under with you. Either the Clippers don't score or they drag the game down entirely, or all the above. So I'll go for the under in this one.
All right. Player props. Where do we start? Let's see. I feel like, where's Zubac? Chris Paul, pick and roll.
His assists were at 6.5, which I thought about for Chris Paul.
He's got
Plus
the
money.
size. He's got the size going up against that Suns team as well. He hasn't been good to this. I will admit he has not been over 29.5 points in rebound. And it's probably inflated because, no Kawhi, no James Harden. So these are a little bit inflated numbers. But he's been over this number in 4 of the last 5 games against the Suns. Jesus Christ. 35, 25, 22, 21 in 4 of the last 5. Then he had 8 in the last game against them earlier this season. Damn. 35? He gave him 35?
Yep.
It's crazy because, we're around for this, and it's how much you forget. He really gave him 35. That's crazy. All right, yeah, so I like the points and rebounds for Zubac today. Assists, Chris Paul. Seems good there. I guess we do play into the double-double angle. Somebody just talked about it in chat.
The points kind of scare me a bit, but you're
nervous for the points. Nervous for the points, but I feel good about this. I could get into the double angle. What's the price on that?
The price is massive.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Well, his points and assists are both set at 6.5, so his double-double's at 12-1.
Oh yeah. All right. Good, he could get there.
He can.
4 for 10 points.
Yeah, Chris Paul foul baits a bit when they're in the bonus, get some free throws and 90 feet from the basket. That could happen too.
He probably takes the free throws ice game for him.
Yeah, could be. I don't mind that.
All right, what you got?
I actually like Royce O'Neal. People are questioning his actual usage now that Jalen Green's back, but there's a min restriction there. So I didn't mind Royce O'Neal at 13.5. I believe that was his PR, which I was a fan of. He's been good lately. I think it's a pretty decent spot in general. For the numbers, it's a minus 126. He's had at least 14 PR in 7 of the first 8 games this season. He's had at least 15 PR in 3 of the last 4 against the Clippers. And Clippers are allowing the 6th most points and assists. 6th most points and rebounds to small forwards in the league. So I didn't mind Royce O'Neal, who's been underrated for that team so far. Once again, Royce O'Neal over 13.5 PR, minus 126.
What else we got here? Where's Bradley?
I'm trying to find some fun props while you pull up the player prop stuff.
Where's Bradley Beal?
Does it count as a revenge game if they paid you $40 million to do nothing for about 3 years? Is that a revenge game? Or the crowd atmosphere, by the way, if he gets announced for those starting lineups, is going to be something. That's going to happen. You're going to see a couple of clips on social media later. The booing is going to be on point.
Yeah, it's going to be really crazy. All right. Yeah, I mean, Bradley Beal's numbers don't look good. They're probably not going to ever look good. But if there was any time to ever come back and have a good game, it's in Phoenix. And plus, they didn't hit it. He didn't hit it the first time, so it would behoove him to have a better game here. And again, I'm very much of the mindset of now that Kawhi and James Harden are out the way, they're literally just going to say, "All right, Bradley Beal. I mean, we got you here, so you might as well do something and just give him the ball. He's going to go hoop."
I'll see how much hooping he actually does, but I understand the logic of what you're saying.
All right, what else you got?
I didn't mind Zubac for the matchup. I was going to get a bit bolder than what you said, though, just for potential PR or just for the pick and roll points opportunities. You can get Zubac 3 points each quarter, which is available at plus 350.
Damn.
Which I think is a great price. So I'll take that. That's on FanDuel. I'm going to go with Zubac 3+ points each quarter, plus 350.
All right. I think that's that's about it for me here.
I really don't have much. There's only one game. It doesn't mean you have to go crazy on it.
Yep. All right. Underdog. You're home for fantasy pick'em. We're about to build an underdog lineup right now, Scott. We're gonna do it right now. So, how do we want to attack this?
Well, I think we agreed on having a combo with Chris Paul assists and Zubac points. I feel like we kind of just talked
It's
ourselves
very
into that.
very correlated stuff right there.
So I'm fine with that.
Higher 17.5 points. Chris Paul. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no, Scott.
What happened?
Wait, never mind. That's popular section. Haha. I had to click around to find Chris Paul.
It's all good.
Chris Paul assists. So we got the higher on Zubac points. We got the higher on Chris Paul 6.5 assists. Okay.
Do you want? I remember that I was going to initially do the O'Neal play in the prop show I did with Adam before this, and they didn't have it, so we ended up having to pivot off of that.
It was Royce O'Neal.
It was PR, but I believe they only had I believe they only had RA and they only had PRA. They didn't have what I wanted.
No, they don't have PR.
That's what I thought. So it's fine. I know I liked Booker assists overnight at 6.5. That moved to 7.5, so I can't take that anymore. I don't know if there's anything else you want to take. You have a football play you want to plug?
Do we want to trust Bradley Beal with the underdog lineup?
I really don't, but he might come out swinging. So I don't know if you wanted the first quarter points.
We could do that, or we could just go book. Because who's going to stop him?
None probably gets the assignment.
I think a book PA.
Okay, let's do it.
Points and assists sounds interesting.
That's fine. I mean, Book's been very good lately.
Yeah, he has. All right, some star power in this lineup. Chris Paul higher, 6.5 assists. Devin Booker higher, 35.5 points and assists. And Ivica Zubac higher, 17.5 points.
Go.
5.15x, Scott. $100 gets you $515 of that underdog fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Lock. Oh no, wait. Let's get to Rhythm and let's see what Rhythm's got for us, Scott. Fire up the Rhythm Labs here.
You still have Brun Breaker, or you changed the name?
I changed the name.
Go.
Changed last season. That's last season model.
Is it Bronny Breaker now?
Hey, Bronny Breaker is they're developing him into a role player here.
Yeah. I saw he got posterized by Wemby yesterday. He made a floater or two.
He also contributed to Wemby only scoring 19 points?
Yeah, I don't remember if he drew a charge or not.
Scott, Rhythm has Bradley Beal over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists, Scott. Even money.
Okay. Let's take it. Screw
it. There we go. They're telling you definitely take his over 1.5 rebounds, by the way.
It's solely for usage. It's solely for usage stuff, which is fine. I mean, he's going to have to have the ball in his hands, so that's fine.
The whole time. Yep. Sorry. We go. All right, Bradley Beal. That's over there at Rhythm. Make sure you go lock in with Rhythm. They are giving away weekly cash prizes. All you got to do is track five bets from the same type of any model, and you could win $1,000. So promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. Lock, dog.
But we're doing best bets this time.
Best bets.
Don't get mad at us. We only have one game, so I'll do best bets.
What's your bet?
Yeah, so for my best bets, I'm just quickly pulling up just to confirm something. Because I feel like the Suns, they're ranked 19th in points in the paint allowed per game. I'm going to swing for it. Give me Zubac 3+ points each quarter at plus 350. I think it's a good number. I think somebody's going to have to score on this team. You mentioned before Zubac's numbers against Phoenix, historically speaking, are fine. We're looking at a front court defense of Mark Williams and company. Not really what you're looking for. I mean, Zubac has a bunch of weight advantage against the front court that the Suns have. I'll go for it. You got point guard again. Give me Zubac 3+ points each quarter, plus 350 on FanDuel.
I really do like the Clippers, but I can only take them early. So I like the Clippers first half. Plus 1.5. Same from a tie. The Clippers are 5-2 in the first half this season. However, Scott, like I said earlier, they're 1-6 ATS for the game, so it all comes rolling off the wheels in the second half. Suns are 3-5 this season in the first half. Haven't been able to get it done, but they normally close games out a lot better. So I think that this is going to go a little bit of the same way, and you could honestly get a little cute and do a first half, full game, half and half type thing. Clippers, Suns, that is an option for you as well, but. Yeah, I'm all in on the revenge games here. I'm going to play Bradley Beal. I like Beal over his 14.5 points. I do like the assist angles because the PRA does make it interesting. The usage is going to be there. So, but the Chris Paul double-double at 12-1 is also very interesting for a small, piece of play. But definitely playing the 6.5 assists. That is Zubac field correlated. So that's where I'm at.
By the way, I see quickly Andre's mentioning Phoenix has some bigs. Yeah, they have Charlotte's old front court with Nick Richards and with Mark Williams.
Literally
they don't
exact
guard.
same front court.
Yeah, they don't really guard. Richards can block some shots, but he doesn't play that much. Williams is just not a good defensive player. And Zubac has like a 30, 40-pound advantage on the guy? It's probably a good matchup for Zubac, for being honest. So
I think Big Zoo's going to have a game.
I'll take a swing for it. Once again, plus 350, 3+ in each quarter.
All right. What else, Scott? Anything else here?
Yes, we have a lot more games tomorrow. So if you want, I'd say more opinions on games, check out the NBA show tomorrow. I'll ask you quickly, though, because we got some time. How are you enjoying college basketball so far?
I am very interested in the freshmen. All the freshmen look very like they play the part.
Yeah, Boozer had a bad game early. Then he went off and, with rebounds in the second half. So we'll see how he looks.
I don't
mind Boozer.
I'm not even concerned about the bad game because I've seen the scrimmages.
Yes, I'm not concerned either. He
insane.
contributed despite not scoring in the first quarter, but in the first half, I mean, Peterson looks nasty. AJ looks good. Arizona's got a guy too. A lot of talent in this upcoming draft class.
Interested to see how this college basketball season plays out. All right. He's at Rush Hour Radio. I'm at ___. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA on Twitter. And hey, give us a 5-star rating review wherever you get your podcast, not just on YouTube. But while you're here on YouTube, why don't you just go ahead and, I know what's going on with the NBA one game today. Why don't you just go ahead and like, comment, all of that stuff. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And with that, that's it, Scott. I don't have anything else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to like this. We are out of here.